Welcome everybody. Just taking a few more moments here to add your name to the chat, introducing yourself, where you're from, preparing your space for learning today. And then Cosm team, if anyone can put the sign-in sheet as well, feel free to do that in our chat here. Good morning. Aha, we have someone who 1st through 5th grade, SEL. Hi, Eileen. Delaware. All right. Jane, welcome. Vanessa. High school, awesome. Yes, we have a lot of different states here. We also have Pennsylvania. Hi, Larissa. Thanks for joining. And Carrie has put in the chat the link to sign in. So if you'd like professional learning, make sure that you include your sign in. Breathe for Change, yes! I also took that program. We have a couple here. Sharon did as well. Philadelphia. Illinois. I'm from Illinois too. Let's see. High school. South Carolina, Virginia. Lori! Lori, you're here. Social worker. Chicago, yes. Welcome, Maria. Aw, yes. Lauren, welcome too. Oh my gosh, so great to see everybody. Welcome, welcome. We'll start in just a few moments, but again, just make sure you have what you need today. Good morning. Delaware again. So Dina here is our representative in Delaware for Cosm chapter. So if you don't know Dina, you need to. She's waving in case you want to scroll. Yes. Oh, yes. Rockford. Yes. Wonderful. Oh, this is wonderful. Thank you, everybody. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment. We're going to come back together as a whole group here. And just connect and be here for a moment as we get started, and just take a look around and see who's here, and those who even aren't on the video, just internalize their name and holding space together. This is our learning group here today, and we also recognize that people might be popping on and popping off, and so this group will also be dynamic and change. And the beauty of all of our work that we do is this connection, and that's what connects all of us together. And know throughout this whole time, like if you have to have your video on, video off, if you have to step away, we get it. So however you show up today is absolutely perfect and wonderful, and just grateful that you're here together with us. And also feel free if you want to engage through the chat, that will be really great too. We'll continue to put information in the chat. So for example, Carrie just put in the chat the sign in. So if anybody here needs to sign in and receive credit, please make sure that you do so as well. So good morning and welcome. And we're gonna get started here with a couple different logistical pieces. And then in a moment, a little bit from now, we will have a special centering practice from a student, and so we're pretty excited about that as well. So just a couple logistical things before we settle in as well. Let me come back to here and sharing our screen. As you sign in, just so that you know, at the end of our conference, we will also be providing a final evaluation. So make sure that you complete that as well, because there will be a special giveaway for our micro credentials. So we have a mindfulness-based SEL micro credential, and especially in honor of SEL Day, we felt that this would be a really nice gift for your time of what you're sharing with us as well. So a huge shout out to our main MCon planning team, and I think it'll be good if we do a little bit of an introduction, if you don't mind, our team, just so you know who's here and working behind the scenes. But I also want to give a shout out to our executive board. We have several board members here. If you are a board member, feel free to put like a little heart emoji just so people can see who you are, or give a little wave. And also we have Dina, who is also going to be helping behind the scenes today, and a couple other team members here too. So my name is Lindsay Frank, and I am the COSM president, and just really grateful to be able to share space together with all of you. I'm from Illinois. I wear a lot of different hats. I'm working in schools. The past 5 years, I was a climate and SEL coach for a whole district. I went back to the classroom this year part-time as a special education teacher, and then outside I have my own well-being company that I share coaching for us and our well-being, and then I enjoy writing children's books and COSM and everything about COSM. I'm going to invite Carrie to go next, please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carrie Myers. I am a former middle and high school French teacher turned entrepreneur. I started out my entrepreneurial journey coaching teachers to wellness, and have since kind of detoured, but I've always been really passionate about supporting teachers, because I really believe that when we center our own wellness, then that is really felt out in the communities that we support. So I'm excited to be a part of this COSM community. They were one of the first groups that I saw in my entrepreneurial journey as like the micro credential, which I'm sure will be talked about later. Seems like a really great opportunity for connection and community. So really happy to see what everyone gets to share and learn this weekend.
And Sharon.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Sharon Hahn. I am a middle school French teacher currently in a private school in Manhattan. I also am a part of the mindfulness team, so we offer once a week meditation and centering sessions for faculty and parents. And I also work with my sixth graders with mindfulness practices. I am a Breathe for Change graduate. I have another 200-hour in a program called Deep Yoga, and I am 15 hours away from completing my 800-hour yoga therapy program from Kripalu up in Massachusetts, and that will be my next journey once I finish that, trying to figure out how to bring that to work with faculty and bring conferences to professional development programs. And I'm really happy to also be the New York chapter facilitator of COSM, and I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. And Tracy is not here with us today. She actually, she's going back to school, so she has class today. And so she will be here tomorrow, but she is our founder, and we're very grateful for what she's created in this community. So if we could just send her some love on her day, and just really grateful for this community that we have. So I'm just checking the chat real quick. Again, as you're coming in, if you need to sign in, we'll pop the link back in there for those who are just joining us as well. So thank you. And please continue to connect in the chat. This whole community that we create is about connection. So please connect with each other today. So for our agreements to create our space, we're going to offer these, and if we want to add or change any of them, please let us know. But know that all voices are valued. We all are coming from different backgrounds, different levels of experience, and just overall different worldviews. So we want to know and let you know that we are all valued here. We want to be speaking and listening with an open heart and mind, especially when we're trying something new. Ask questions, take risks, and especially honor your self-care. So that may mean, like, if you have to, again, step away, please do. Or if you need to turn your camera off, or if you have to pop on or pop off, you do what's best for you, and you will get exactly what you need when you need it. And that's what we want to create today. So I'll just check the chat if there's any other agreements that we want to add. And if we feel okay with these, then we'll continue forward. So I just want to check the chat. Okay. Thank you, everybody. So we'll do a centering practice here as we just move into the space that we're going to be creating and co-creating today. So if you wish, you can have your camera on or camera off, and just make a slight adjustment with where you're at, maybe sitting back or sitting tall. And if you don't want to engage in this practice in this way, maybe you have a journal nearby, and maybe you just write down what's coming to your heart. So you choose how you want to show up in this moment for you. So maybe taking a look around the room, noticing maybe a color or something different that just lets the body know that you're fully here, fully present, and adjusting to where we are. And then as you're ready, if it's safe and comfortable for you, maybe you allow your eyes to close, or maybe you focus on the screen, on this image or something nearby that makes you feel connected to you. And just begin to arrive in this space. Maybe you notice your breath where that may be, or maybe the body where it may be. Perhaps noticing even the bottoms of your feet, and is there a difference between left and right? And just noticing this present moment, knowing that it's exactly how it needs to be. And then if it is safe and comfortable, perhaps allowing one hand on your heart and one hand on your abdomen if you wish. Allowing even that connection to yourself. Noticing your own unique rhythm that you bring through your heart, through your breath. Perhaps even noticing that rhythm, and even the slight pause between the beats, the breaths, the sounds. Because in that pause, that allows us to choose how we want to be, to choose a vision or intention. That pause is an empowering thing that we have with us all the time. And so allow perhaps an intention to come today. Maybe allowing a collective intention for co-creation and connection in this work that we do for our social and emotional needs, as well as our students, our families, our colleagues, the world, so that we can create a world that is equitable, a world that has the compassion and understanding, and a world that's connected. Just taking 3 more breaths here on your own. There's no rush. Allowing that intention and your own to settle. And then perhaps even checking back in with your body, breath, emotions, and thoughts, any changes. And then with a smile and a big breath, allowing the hands to come back down and maybe opening your eyes if they were closed. Welcoming yourself back to the screen, and again, maybe looking around if you wish to reorient back. And even this image on the screen, allowing this, where I'm at in Illinois, spring, and where many of us are at, spring is coming. And knowing that this is the perfect time for us to nurture and grow and be. So let's do that. Let's do that, especially on SEL Day here today. And before we do that, I'm going to stop sharing, so it is going to come back to whole group. Maybe take a moment here to write down anything that came up during that time. Maybe you want to put it in the chat. And just make that connection to you, that commitment to you and to the space. Maybe there's even one word. We have, when you registered, we asked for one word, and you'll see what that means in a moment. But maybe there's something that came up as an intention with your word. And just allowing this time to connect with that. Often in education, we don't take that moment, and every moment does have an opportunity. Dina, opportunity. It's perfect. Yes. Breathe. Healthy body, healthy mind. Remember, connection, perseverance, opportunity, empower, self-care, community. Yes. Unabashedly. Yes. Pause. Yes. So keep coming back to that. Come back to that. Let that be the grounding that we need as needed during this time. Some of us may even be in our classrooms right now learning, and that is something that can just bring us back if we have to step away. Rest. Yes. All right, I'm going to go back to share. So today is SEL Day, and this is incredible, and we really want to thank all of you for choosing to let this be an action step today. There are a lot of conferences going on today, even SEL Day, that they decided to have a whole summit today. And so the fact that you chose to spend this time with us and integrating mindfulness-based SEL, we are just very grateful for you and the work that you're doing, so thank you. If you would like, you can take a screenshot of this, and we invite you to create a social media post sometime today, if you would like. And this would allow people to see the value that SEL and mindfulness have in schools, and our why and our purpose. So if you choose, because social media has different connections for every person, but if you are on social media and you would like to do this, please feel free. We also sent out an email today that you can download the image from that email as well. And when you tag @edmindfully, we will be watching that and choosing a winner from there as well for a scholarship to the micro-credential as well. So again, we want to honor all of what we do and also continue our learning together. So if you do choose to do that, remember to tag us and then hashtag SEL Day, and perhaps even hashtag MCon 2023 so we can share our learning here together. And as anything inspires you today, feel free again to, write a post, and so people can see this work and the value that we do. If there's a quote that comes up or the words that come up. All right, so this is an invitation for you today if you wish. And then speaking of that as well, I'm going to stop one more time here sharing. And if you would like, if you have a blue, yellow, or red shirt, maybe sit back for a moment. And if you don't, just maybe go like this, because we want to share the work that we're doing, and I'm going to take a screenshot if that's okay. If you don't want to be on there, you can take your camera off, but that way we can do a post as well about our community and our action steps. So if you would like, just a quick screenshot here. I will count to 3 before I do it. All right, you ready? All right, looks like everyone's kind of settled in here. Okay, ready? And I'll make sure blue. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, so thank you everybody for that as we continue. Hey David, oh great, you're here. All right, so moving back here, just a few more moments before our student representative will be sharing. We've been sharing a lot about our mindfulness-based SEL micro-credentials. So these are a couple of housekeeping things, just so you're aware. Often there's so many great things that happen, but we forget about them and know that there are great action steps. So even today, maybe allowing SEL Day to be a day of action, and think about what your action steps may be. Maybe you choose to register for our MBSEL micro-credential. Down below, you'll see the different instructors, and it's a self-paced learning experience, but you also, you're able to, there's videos, you create MBSEL lessons, and you send in your videos, and you also read part of our book as well, and you just have a really great experience. And it's not just learning. Dina, I might pull you in here for a moment, because Dina, she is the one who is assessing the micro-credentials. I will stop sharing here so you can see Dina as well. And Dina, if you want to share a little bit about that, that'd be awesome.
Sure. So first of all, welcome everybody. I'm located in Delaware. I'm a reading specialist, but a mindfulness facilitator for my district in Brandywine. Micro-credential, awesome. I continue to use the information that I've learned with this. It was so empowering in the very beginning, knowing that as I was reading the book, I was like, oh, I know this person, I've taken training with them, or, oh, that's my colleague that I share my Delaware chapter leadership with. And it just really embedded so much for me. And I was able to take so much of different things to then pull into my realm. So we all have these unique realms, and the learning that happened through that incredible easy process of doing it on your own time, having the support, having the reading along with the video. The combination is fantastic, and they really feed off of each other and really mesh very, very easily. I also am part of the COSM team that supports the micro-credentials. So if you have questions, if you want to talk about it, please make sure you reach out to me. We want to make it as easy and as enriching as possible for continuing your journey in this passion of mindfulness. So reach out to us anytime. I'm happy to talk about it. And it definitely, all our participants who have done it, Lindsay was like the latest one, just very, very positive, enriching journeys and changes for all involved. So welcome today. Have fun.
Thank you, Dina. Yeah, and at first when I was an instructor with it, I wanted to take it as a student. And it's one of those things where you can take it again and again and you'll get a different experience out of it each time. It is incredible, and I really want to call it an experience. It was beautiful. Again, in the chat, Carrie's been able to put the different links. So if you were interested in the micro-credential, you can take a look there as well. So I'm going to come on back to our slides as we start to prepare a couple more things. Oops, it's going to go to there. So this is the website for the micro-credential as well. All right. And you just heard us talk about our book. This is a wonderful tool. It's been known as a field guide, and we have different types of experiences, different grade levels. It's basically, we like to call it, it's almost like a chicken soup for the soul, but specifically on how to embed and integrate mindfulness into schools across any type of domain, whether it's classroom-based or school-based or even district-based. So it's really a wonderful tool that you can explore. And we can put the links for all of that as well in the chat as we can. So, hold on, let me check here. We also have our Commit to 1% grant. And I just want to see here. We had a couple of last minute entries as well, and so when I was putting it in, just seeing who was here. So for those of you who have put it in, thank you. Oh, I don't know if the person's here. We'll see. So what this is you commit to 1% of your day integrating mindfulness into your class. And there is a form that you can do, and that's just your commitment. But the option for this is you can submit a video, and when you submit a video, you get entered in to win a $1,000 grant to continue that work in what you're doing. And the neat thing is once you submit it, you're submitted. So that means if you've submitted a video a few years ago, your name is still a possibility here. And although it's closed for this year, after today, you could submit for next year. So it is always ongoing. And we chose 1% because what that is really 10 minutes a day, basically. And so maybe this is your action step for today for SEL Day. So, drum roll. I think there's a new Zoom feature, but I don't know what that is, so I'm not going to go for it today. But the winner is Jane Brill from Minnesota. And is she, yeah, let's give her a round of applause. I swear I saw her name earlier. Jane, are you here? Hold on, let me pull this up because I have so many things going on here. Jane, are you here? Okay, no, I see her. She just may be away from her computer. Oh, it'll be a surprise for her later. All right. Well, Jane is here. She's from Minnesota. Her video was from 2020. And so, again, you never know who's going to win. And again, this is about your, yes, congrats, Jane. It's a wonderful way for us to be able to continue to propel this work forward. And our book, when you purchase a book, the royalties from that book are what fund the grant. So we always want to be giving back to our community. So wonderful. Okay. So for today, just a preview, and then David, I'm not sure if Gabby's here or not. Again, I'm kind of in multi places, but we'll check that in a moment. So for today, after our session here and sharing space with Gabi in a moment, we'll be going into choice sessions. Everything's going to be on the same Zoom link. So our choice sessions are going to be in breakout rooms, and Carrie and I and the team are going to walk you through how to do that, and we'll probably do an experimental one as our first one. So we'll see how that goes. We will then have a mindfulness and movement integration session. So we want to be able to integrate our learning throughout the day. We'll do lunch and then another choice session when we come back. Then our keynote will be here, and that is Craig Martin. We're very excited for him to join us. And then we will close with another integrative movement for our learning. All right, so that is a preview for our day. And these are our words. So as we continue capturing words, we're going to be making a word cloud, and then we will capture our learning, and then we'll see what we do with it. We might make a shirt, or we might make something where for us to be able to continue to reground ourselves back in our why. So today, for the second half here, Gabi is an Inner Explorer Youth Ambassador, and I'll have her, again, I can't see who's all here, so I hope Gabi's here, and David, if not, I'm going to lean in on you for a moment to share a bit about Inner Explorer. But a fun, amazing benefit that Inner Explorer has connected with COSM with is by the end, between now and the end of the school year, if you are engaging on their interactive platform as a COSM member for 21 days, you unlock the ability to use Inner Explorer's platform for the entire school year next year. And it is a huge, amazing, gracious opportunity that Inner Explorer shared with COSM. There's more information that we'll share about it, but we just want to make sure that you know. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here, and I'm going to kind of lean in on David for a moment. If David, do you want to share anything about that?
Thank you, Lindsay, and really grateful to be with you all today. I'm actually the Midwest Regional Director for Inner Explorer, and I'm excited that we also have Victoria and Lori here from our Inner Explorer team, and Gabi as well is here on our call. So grateful that you are going to be kicking off the conference in one moment. I'm going to keep it quick. Yeah, I just want to say thank you. We're so excited at Inner Explorer to be partnering with COSM and to be able to offer the opportunity to get started with Inner Explorer, which is a full platform for school communities to transform mental health, academic achievement, and school safety. And we're actually going to be releasing our school safety settle and soothe practices that are really kind of taking off with the great need across the country coming up this month. So I'm excited for that. So yeah, I'll leave my contact in the chat. And if anyone is interested, we already have, I think, 10 to 15 at this point who from across the country who are starting with us from the COSM network. So it's been awesome. So join the fun. And it's really my honor to introduce Gabi and to have Gabi have a chance to lead us and open up the conference on SEL Day. What a beautiful tribute it is to COSM and to all the work that all of us are involved in supporting youth across the nation during this time of a national mental health crisis, and all the unique challenges that are facing educators and our families these days. It's really powerful to have a chance to open up the conference with someone who is just such a leader in mindfulness, who's really been an ambassador for Inner Explorer, and really embodies what it's all about. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Gabi, if you're ready, and to have you have a chance to introduce yourself and share a practice and whatever you'd like to.
Hello, my name is Gabriella Days. Good morning. Hi. So I'm a 7th grade student at Sequesta Trace Middle School, and thank you so much, Coalition of Schools Educating Mindfully, for allowing me to be here today. I've always been involved in activities at school and after school. In 2021, I attended my 5th grade year at home. And like most kids that year, the routine that allowed me to do things that I love and connect with my friends were no longer accessible. Having to adjust to this new normal provided me with the time to explore new interests. That is when I discovered Inner Explorer. My mother would have our family engage in mindfulness practices to help us stay grounded and focused on the things that were going great in our lives while in COVID. She would also encourage me to practice mindfulness when I was feeling disconnected from the world. It was though mindfulness that I was able to relax, gather my emotions, and think more optimistically. So today we are celebrating the 4th annual International SEL Day. This year's theme is uplifting hearts, connecting minds. So this morning, I would like to lead you in a mindfulness practice that will focus on clearing your mind and hopefully touching your heart. I invite you to sit comfortably in your chairs, relaxing your arms with your feet planted on the ground. You may close your eyes or leave them open. Do what makes you feel comfortable. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Becoming aware of your breath. Breathing in. Now slowly exhaling out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Placing your hands over your heart, breathing in and out. Noticing your heart as it beats. Is your heart beating fast or slow? As you continue to bring awareness to your heart, notice what comes up for you. Imagine sitting in your favorite park, feeling the warm grass beneath you and the heat from the sun's rays on your skin. Breathing in peace and exhaling worry. Breathing in love and exhaling fear. Breathing in joy and exhaling stress. As you continue to keep your hands over your heart, feel the rhythm of your heart as you savor this moment in this beautiful park, bringing in stillness. As we take our final breaths together, we bring in gratitude for the heart. We bring in joy to the mind. and we bring in connectedness into our lives and the world we live in. You may now open your eyes if they were closed. Thank you for joining me in this mindfulness practice today. Wishing you well.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. And just looking at the chat, for me too, Lauren mentioned you brought tears to her. Oh my gosh, amazing, good job. Lots of emotion. Gabby, if you can read those chats, it's beautiful.
Thank you
Oh my
so
gosh.
much, everyone.
So, um, now I was going to see if we would be able to ask you any questions or if you want to share anything else about your experience or anything that's in your heart or willing to take questions from people. Would that be okay with you? Do you still have time in your school day?
Yes.
All right. Well, maybe we give everybody just a minute to take that in, that powerful practice. And I'm going to invite our community if there are any questions that you'd like to hear from a student and their experience. Please feel free. And then any Inner Explorer team member, if there are other layers that you'd like to share, please do as well. So I'm going to go back on mute. And let's just give everybody about 30 more seconds to just hold the space. And we'll see if there's questions that come up, whether in the chat or anybody can unmute and just ask, because we'd love to hear your experience from a student to help us as adults know how to support you as students too. So thank you.
Thank you.
Gabi, as a receiver of Inner Explorer last year through the COSM conference, and now I'm in full COSM mode as the operational team member, I am interested. Our school was gifted with this program. It's now part of our platform for everybody. It's just amazing, K through 12, through our Discovery Ed app. I'm actually speaking on Inner Explorer next week in one of our things for our district to promote it. I'm such a true believer in it. But my question to you is, what did you use on a regular basis with Inner Explorer? Did you meditate every day? What parts of Inner Explorer did you find the most beneficial for you?
Definitely sound practices, meditating, just trying to center myself for the day, especially during COVID, because sometimes I would feel alone. So I would just play some nice mindfulness music, just relax, even before I went to bed, just to listen to it. It just helped me center myself and calm myself for the day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was beautiful today. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you so much for listening.
I see you, Lori. You can unmute.
So I got to stop crying. That was so awesome. And I'm going to use, I want to get a video of that to share in the classes that I teach to adults. You're a magnificent young lady. We have video of you teaching the school board, and you're such an amazing emissary for this very important work. And my question for you is, do you talk about mindfulness to your friends, or do you find other friends are really into this? How does it play out in the landscape of your friends, if at all?
So yes, I do talk with this to my friends because sometimes, middle school can be hard. So if they're not ready for a test yet, or if they're feeling really stressed, I always try to first calm them down a little bit, and then I'll try to help them breathe, do some breathing exercises, or even play some mindfulness music just to even help them. And then maybe they will tell their friends about it.
You already know this, I'm sure, and you can see all the people here, but we need a lot of people in this movement as careers. And I hope you may end up as an adult teaching kids this, because you're really good at it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lauren, go ahead.
Hi, Gabby. You
Hi.
just did a really great job. You brought me to tears
Thank
in
you.
a fast way. So thank you. I just wondered, do any of your teachers at school practice mindfulness with you? I don't know your history, so I'm sorry if you already answered that.
Yes. My peer counseling teacher, Miss Shackner, we do lots of different exercises. Actually, today we were learning about our brain and how our emotions work with our brain. And in my science class, my teacher, Miss Cooper, we do some exercises with Inner Explorer and SEO.
And then do you have a favorite, or do any of your peers have a favorite thing that your teachers practice with you?
No, I don't think so. Actually, yes, I think sound probably like sound practices for sure. Yes.
And then, sorry, one last thing. I teach mindfulness to kids your age, and I try to figure out what their favorite thing is and what speaks to them most about mindfulness. So do you notice that your peers all kind of have different favorite things to do and different things that centers them and grounds them?
Yes. I know some people, they like to do more stuff that has something to do with movement, and then others are just sounds and music and just relaxing.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you.
Other questions for Gabby today?
Can I jump in? It's Sharon.
Yes.
Hi, Gabby. That was amazing. I'm a middle school teacher. I teach 5th through 8th grade, but I teach 6th grade mindfulness right now. I used to have a mindfulness club, and then when COVID happened, we did it online for a year, and then it sort of disbanded, and I'm trying to build that up again. But I was wondering if you would ever be willing to do a Zoom with me in my classroom, because I would really think that that would be such an amazing experience for my students to see someone as well-spoken and involved. And you're a little bit older, so you can be like a role model for them, but maybe we can think about something like that. Maybe we can be in touch. So if someone can let me know if that's okay, and if I can get your contact, we can maybe talk about that. That would be so cool. That could be one of
Yes.
my mindfulness mornings. I do like 25 minutes with them once a week, and then we do some activities here and there. So thank you.
I would love to. Thank you.
Other questions, or again, just hearing from a student and their insights. I do have one in case as well, because, I heard that you did present at a board meeting. Um,
Yes.
and so I would be curious, was that something that you initiated, or if somebody here would want to advocate and share mindfulness with the board, how did you do that, and what advice could you give us as a team here to continue that work?
So I actually use the practice that we did at the school board meeting as a way to also calm myself down and to make myself more comfortable. So basically just do something, do a practice that you are mostly comfortable with, or if you're comfortable with all of the practices, then that is perfect. And so right when you do those, then you're automatically going to feel comfortable and not feel so nervous when you do it.
Thank you. Other questions? We have about 10 more minutes, or we can pause on questions and we can shift to the Inner Explorer team if anyone wants to share, or if Gabi, if there's anything that you want to share with us, like a final message or anything that will inspire us even more than what you've already done. I mean, you have inspired us greatly here today, all of us. Is there anything else you would like to share before we close this part and move into the Inner Explorer part?
Um, yes. To encourage more people about mindfulness and to encourage more people to do clubs, to encourage more people to get out of their comfort zone, I guess you can say, while doing mindfulness.
Thank you so much. Can we give Gabi some snaps, some hearts, some anything, just to send her so much love and gratitude for doing this today?
Woohoo, Gabi, keep
Her
it up.
bravery. Yeah, unmute.
Keep
and
shining
just
your
shout
light.
out. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gabi.
I just want to let everybody know that Gabi is a narrator in our new elementary program, which is going to be released anytime. In fact, I believe Gabi's going to be the first narrator in the program. So the first session, and we are so proud. And I've never seen you live like this. And I'm blown away, Gabi. You have so much to teach all of us. And I'm just so grateful. And I've been doing this since 2007, and I am just blown away by you. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
If I can just jump in, this is Victoria Gonzalez with Inner Explorer. Gabi, you're a gem. We're so proud of you. Thank you for all the work that you're doing. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to Belinda, Gabi's mom, who's on here, for doing an amazing job and really embodying mindfulness at home. She's incredible, just like Gabi is. So shout out to Belinda.
Go, Mom.
Yeah. Yay, Mom.
Well, and Lori, would you like to share who you are for people who may not know who you are?
Who am I? I'm on the Inner Explorer team. And I'd love to retire because I love playing, and I'm 60, almost 69, but I can't because this is what I know kids need. And I'm just so incredibly grateful. We discovered mindfulness in 2007 when we did a pilot in Oakland, California, where I live. And the very first day, I didn't know, had an idea that mindfulness would be good for kids, but I didn't know what it was going to do. I didn't know what I wanted it to do. And we were at a public school in Oakland, and a teacher named Richard Shankman went in. I had no idea how he was going to do this. And he rang a bell 4 times. The first time he just said, listen to the bell. The second time he said, listen to the bell with your eyes closed. The third time he said, if you can't hear the bell anymore, raise your hand. And the fourth time there was no bell. And this third grader in a school where 70% of the kids knew people who were in prison and 40% knew someone who had died on the street. A third grade boy raised his hand and said, I think if we do this every day, I'm not going to fight anymore. We're not, he didn't say I, he said, we're not going to fight anymore. And that was the beginning of my mindfulness career. I quit my regular job that day, and we started something called Mindful Schools, and which is still going. And I'm so grateful to the Inner Explorer team, to Laura Bakosh and Janice Houlihan, for figuring out the 2 questions that we had at Mindful Schools were, how do we get this everywhere? And who's going to teach it? we don't have enough mindfulness teachers. So now Gabi is one of those mindfulness teachers. And I'm so thrilled by that. And we have other kids that are going to be mindfulness teachers in the youth program. This is the first time. Now we have kids in a few other programs, but they're really integrated into a huge part. So I am so grateful to COSM and to everything you guys have done. Tracy, amazing, amazing, amazing work, and all these new folks that have come on and some old ones. Dina, so great to see you. And we have a lot of work to do, you guys. And somebody like Gabi, I can't tell you how moved I am. I have seen a lot of people lead mindfulness. You're a natural, sweetheart. And it's so moving, and my heart is so full. So thank you very, very, very much.
Thank you so much.
I hope we can borrow you sometimes for different
Yes.
things. Well,
Thank
thanks to
you
everybody.
so much. No, thank you. And thanks for all that you do too, Lori. And, we have a few more moments here. Anyone else from Inner Explorer, or, maybe giving a short overview a bit about Inner Explorer? We have just a few moments if anyone would like to from that team. If not, we can close early and then move into our processing space. So what are your thoughts here for our time?
Thank you for that opportunity. I think given what Gabi offered and how affected I think everybody is, and what Lori shared, I'm just really grateful, and thank you, Belinda, for being able to arrange this, and to Victoria and to our team and to Kazum. So I'll put my email in the chat if anyone is interested in following up. But I think it'd be nice to actually just close and let Gabi's voice. I mean, I'm still just heart is totally full, like Lori said. And thank you again, Gabi. You really rocked it. It's really beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, one more just round of applause or hearts. Again, just sending so much love to you, Gabi, and so much love and luck and everything there can be in all of what you are about to do and are doing. So thank you so much for taking the time here today and blessing us here with your gifts that you have. Keep shining. Thank you, and good luck today with school.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me, everyone.
Yes, and we also are saying we apologize for spelling your name incorrectly in the chat. So thank you for your grace in that too. So have a great day, and thank you, Belinda, as well. All right.
Bye.
Bye. And thank you, David. David put in the chat to contact him, dmetler@innerexplorer.org. Also, we can put in the chat our COSM team. I believe on our toolbox we have the link to the member site. On the member site, when you get there for the Inner Explorer group, all you need to do is complete the quick form. I think it's just your name and email address. And then you get access. David will reach out to you with how to access or learn about the platform. Again, you get access to this for free, which is absolutely incredible. And we're very grateful for Inner Explorer for that connection here. Also in the chat, Belinda has put Gabi's information, so you can reach out to Gabi and her email as well. So thank you for sharing that with our community, and we hope to continue to make connections. So any thoughts for our group? I'm going to come back into our gallery view on this end. Anything for our group here before? I don't know, David, are you staying or are you popping off here? Okay, great. Yes, throughout the time. So anything before we move into the next part? Okay, Dina, yes, go ahead.
So I just want to give a shout out to Inner Explorer in general, because once I reached out to take advantage of my gift, Lori Grossman was the first contact. And through email, the warmth and the compassion and the connection and the ease of getting started was just communicated, and I just felt like I had a friend for life. It was made easy. It was, I have one particular teacher in our building who has an emotional support class of really young kids. She uses it every morning. It's easy. They love it. Shark fin is their favorite. I just can't rave enough about this. And I went directly to my district and said, we need this. It is now on our platform. So I am telling you, if my district, and we're tough to get things through, go advocate, use Gabi's light and energy and take action today and get it. It is a game changer. So I am so grateful. Thank you, David. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Victoria. It has been
And Tabitha.
and Tabitha, it's been a game changer for so many kids. And I'm actually speaking about it next week to colleagues in my district to bring more light to that platform. So grateful. Thank you so much, Gabi. Oh my God, my heart is just, I'm just like a mush. She's embodying it already. And it's just amazing. She will just continue on this beautiful light journey with us.
Thanks, Dina, for sharing. Yes, and Inner Explorer is just one avenue, right? So we want to share, as COSM, what we do is we find amazing resources, mentors, professional learning, and we share that. So this is one avenue that maybe you might want to try. And so just so grateful for this opportunity with that. All right, so Carrie, in a moment, we're going to try our first round of our breakout rooms for our processing. And also beforehand, because Jane, you're back. Were you here when we announced that you were the winner for the Commit to 1% $1,000 grant?
I was here, but I was dealing with something and I wasn't able, I could hear it, but I couldn't get to
Okay,
my
good.
computer. So I was like, oh, I'm coming. And anyway, so thank you. I'm super excited.
So congratulations officially on that, and thanks for your commitment to this work. So thank you, and we will be reaching out to you to get that to you.
Awesome.
All right. So now here's the next thing. So on our schedule, we have what's called our optional processing choices and break. So after basically every session experience, we have about 20 minutes where we are going to give you an option for processing this, because there's a lot to process throughout our day. One option can be journaling. So, if you have a journal and you just want to take some time, maybe you're like, okay, now's the time. I want to make an action plan and let me write down those steps. Another option might be a break, and you just need to maybe step away or get a snack or whatever. But the other option is we are going to be creating optional breakout rooms that you will be with the same group of people throughout the day. So you have a consistent group to reconnect with. And so it's an option, and what'll happen is Carrie is going to open it up. I think we're doing by last names, if I'm remembering correctly, and she'll share a little bit more about it in a moment. But you have a choice. So when the pop-up comes up, if it's your thing and you want to go in there and connect with people, go for it. And I'm just going to share my screen real quick so that you can see a suggestion for what to do in the groups. So this is even our time to practice. So even if you don't want to stay in the group, maybe just practice locating the group and going into it, then coming out, because this is how we get our choice sessions later today. So you're going to locate the choice function, because some of you may be on a phone, some of you have different computers, so it's going to look different where you find it. You're going to practice choosing the group, and again, Carrie will share with you what group you'll be in for this part. And when you go in there, just introduce your name, location, role, and maybe what inspires you about mindfulness in schools. Okay? So I'm going to leave this up here just for a moment for our visual learners as well. Just process what that is. And then Carrie, I'm going to look over to you to see once I get a thumbs up from you that you feel ready. So of course she's ready. Carrie has been my lifesaver so much lately. So I appreciate you so much, Carrie, and my team. So thank you. All right, I'm going to stop sharing here. And I'm going to go on mute. And Carrie, you're up.
So I didn't realize this was supposed to be a choice practice, so I assigned people based on last name. So that's what we did. There's
Fine.
5 or 4 of you in a group based on last name. I looked at your registration / your name over here. So if I did it wrong, that's okay too. You'll meet some people who are not in the same last name sort of area as you. But I did put the practice breakout room question in there. And as Lindsay said, this is completely optional. Show up however you want or don't at all. And that we'll be sure to close it so that way you're in the main room about 4 minutes before the next session starts, so I can get the choice room set up for that time.
Yes. So given that, so we will make sure that you are back in time. And so we'll have about 15 or so minutes still in the group, 10, 15 minutes. So, and if you want to use part of the time for a break, part of the time to meet people, great. So you do what you need to do, and then we will all meet back here by 10:20, but I would probably say around 10:15 to get settled in. All right? So here we go. Go ahead.
So you should have a little opening box that says go on in. And Lindsay, you can stop recording now if you want.